G'day guys, welcome back to another video on the channel, and today I'll be doing my first of three breakout players for Collingwood 2024. But before we jump into it, I do want to give a few honourable mentions. These players definitely deserve to have some credit for their pre-season and off-seasons, because they've come back, they look in great shape, they look ready to explode, and we'll jump straight into it. First honourable mention I want to give is Pat Lipinski. He had a fantastic match simulation the other day, kicked heaps of goals, he kicked a really good goal from the pocket as well, and he looks much more muscular and double his size as well from last year, and it's really, really good to see him looking so good, and he's definitely going to, get a little bit more midfield time, I feel, in the next coming years, with, players retiring, and then we should really see, the best of him, coming up, in the next couple seasons. He's definitely my first honourable mention. There's a couple more I want to give, good honourable mentions to. This one, in particular, not as much as I feel as Lipinski, but still, Reef McInnes has shown some great signs. He's developing as a bit of a key forward. He's got a great leap. He can jump. He's showing some good signs. It's definitely a player we'd like to hold on to for the next coming years. He might not necessarily, play too much this year, but he's had a pretty good pre-season. And same with Ed Allen. Ed Allen is another one that I want to mention. He's a good wing player, and he's waited, quite some time to debut, and who knows, he might not even debut this year, which is, it just shows you how much depth we have in our list, really, because I feel like he would have debuted by now at almost any other club. He's good young player, and he's definitely having an underrated off-season so far. And I guess there's a couple more that I want to give a little bit more credit to as well. Charlie Dean looks like he's going to be a great future player, and is one that I've tipped to debut for the club this year. Finally getting his foot right. Hopefully he can put that injury in the past and beside him, and just have a really good positive year. Bo McCreary's had a little bit more midfield time during this pre-season, so that's obviously perhaps some signs of what's to come for him. Harvey Harrison looked really good in the match sim, especially early on in that first of the three half an hour quarters. He's definitely one as well that did debut last year, and we never know, could crack in and play some more games as well. Bobby Hill has had an amazing off-season as well. He's just getting better and better. Obviously, the young kids who we've recently drafted, and Demeter and Jaff as well, they've settled in quite nicely. Demeter, unfortunately, has picked up an injury this week, and looks like he's going to be missing out on playing some football for the first couple months, which is a real shame. But he was going really, really, really well, and on track for perhaps even a debut in round 0 against the Giants, I want to say. It's all going very, very well, and this spots, they're going to be very, very tight this year. Some old guys might be forced to maybe get rests and kicked out of the team even. It just shows you that, form wise and all that, you've got to be on track, because we've got a great list, and we've got almost 2 really good sides in a way, because most of our depth players and younger players, coming in are really, really good. It's exciting times, that's for sure. Now, obviously, I've already blabbled on, and I haven't really got into the 3 players that I really wanted to talk about. Coming in third place for best pre-season, I guess you want to call it that, is Ash Johnson. He's been really, really impressive, and I'm a big fan of this guy. Now, he may not have done as much as some of the other players that I've mentioned, but he has looked dangerous in that forward line. That key forward spot, that centre half forward spot, I feel is his to start the season. I mean, obviously, if he doesn't perform in AFL level, he could lose that spot. But I do believe that he will get that starting spot in round 0 against GWS, and who knows where that's going to end up from then. I feel like he will be in the side for probably most of the year. He should play majority games, and he's an exciting prospect. Now, he wasn't in the starting side last year, cracked in for his first game against Richmond. He's 26 years of age, so, he's entering his prime years, and we should see some special things already. He's already played 24 games in his career, which is unbelievable to think about, because he just broke into the team late when we were doing really well in 2022, and then 2023 he was in there playing a lot of games. He's kicked 36 goals already in his career. He's a good player, isn't he? I'm actually surprised that he wasn't exploring his options a little bit more in the before the McStay injury during the trade period last year. And who knows, with trade period rolling around at the end of the year, and if we have McStay still over him, then who knows, he may decide to leave the club, which would be very, very unfortunate. But that starting spot is his, and I'm very, very excited to see what he's got with them. Obviously, this is quite a longer video, but my next 2 videos will obviously be my second place and first. I do quickly want to mention before I wrap things up that the 3 boys who we just signed yesterday in Bytel, O'Sullivan, and Joshua Eyre all deserve to be on this list. They've had amazing, amazing match simulation, and their trials have gone absolutely perfect, except for Eyre's injury. They definitely deserve to probably be on this list as well. But so many great players, so many players that I really want to mention. But unfortunately, didn't quite crack into my little top 3. But Ash Johnson is my number 3. He's a bit of a fan favourite, I feel, or is for me. Now that Ginnivan's gone, I feel like this kid could become a bit of a fan favourite. He's certainly a special player, and he's already had a massive start to his career, and hopefully he can continue that this year. Hopefully you guys enjoyed the video, and I'll see you guys in the next one.